Ant Simulator was due to come out, available to gamers, but it has since been canceled. Anyone who crowdfunded this game will not be seeing the fruits of their money because of, as the developer Eric Tereshinski said, booze and strippers. So basically, he's released a video. It's mostly audio, to be honest, though. Basically saying that his partners, who he had worked with in an LLC to help produce this game, squandered all the money that had been crowdfunded. About $20,000 is the sum, I believe, on many different things, including bars, restaurants, booze, and strippers. So the game will not be coming out due to, he says, reasons connected to those two business partners. He doesn't want to be associated with them. There were probably certain contracts in place for the IP ownership, and it's just never going to happen. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the two business partners recently spoke to Game Informer in an exclusive interview saying that his allegations are, quote, bullshit. I want to read, okay, Tyler Mont says, it's completely false. I don't know why he's painting that picture, but the reality is that anything that was spent in a bar or restaurant was very reasonable in nature when you look at any business, including video game companies. It was part of our operating budget. It's not anything that was excessive. It was all reported to the IRS. The picture he's painting about this is 100% bullshit. He goes on to say that Tereshinski took control of all the funds and that they had been working with PlayStation to get this console support, and that it kind of fell through, that they were paying different contractors, and it did conclude that the two will likely be suing Tereshinski. So it's really hard to know who's telling the truth here. You know, who wasted the money? Was the money wasted? Was something going on that we don't know about yet? Because prior to this, I was 100% on Eric's side, because when you listen to his video, it seems so genuine and heartfelt. And heartfelt. Like, I've been working so hard on this. This is something that's been a dream of mine, and now I can't do it.
From what it sounds like to me, it might be a case of like business people versus a programmer, because a programmer wouldn't see using the money to like go on like business lunches or bar meetings or things like that as spending the money in the correct way. Whereas a business person might see that and not realize they don't have the unlimited budget of like a AAA title or something like that, where they could go out and schmooze with people, you know. So I think it could be that
maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Yeah, everybody's kind of justified. Like the programmer is saying you shouldn't have used that money in that way, but the other people are saying we needed to in order to get contracts or X, Y, Z.
Who has business meetings at a strip club? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
They have a really good buffet, Bonnie. I think the people who are suffering the most are the people who contributed via crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Right.
So in normal cases, investors would be protected under law. But if you donate money through Kickstarter or Indiegogo, you're not technically an investor, and you're not subject to those protections. So that monetary investment, maybe I shouldn't have used the word investment for monetary. Yeah, anyone who gave money through this crowdfunding site is not subject to the protections that would be given to investors under normal circumstances. So anything that they've given is lost. It's gone. I don't know if it was spent on strippers. I don't know if it was spent on things that were necessary to get the job done, but it's gone, and those people are never going to see a game. I guess that's part of the risk of donating.
It's very true.
But
and it sucks because it paints such a terrible picture for crowdsourcing, because that's been a fear of like mainstream media this whole time with this explosion of crowdsourced things. We've gotten a lot of amazing things from it, but one of the big drawbacks has been people saying, well, we don't know where that money's going, and we don't know if it's going to come through or it's truthful. And where I think the first guy, the programmer, kind of made a mistake was, in his video, he says, I will try to get you a refund in any way possible. And that kind of legally indicts him to, he's kind of obligated to follow through with that. So he should have just kept his mouth shut about that part and said, like, no, these people spent this money on strippers and booze or whatever.
And stuff that I didn't think was necessary.
Right.
It's because when crowdfunding first came out, we were all like, this is the best. It enables creatives. We can get things done. We don't have to go through these, elitist channels to get things done. It's awesome. But then I mean, when I first started doing the precursor to NerdAlert, I had a segment about specifically crowdfunded things.
Right.
But it's just like, then you start to see stories about things falling through, people not being honest with their money, people, more or less, maybe not legally, but defrauding supporters. And it's hard to, it is really hard for the industry.
Which sucks for the people who are actually, like the creative people who are actually trying to create and use crowdfunding in the right way, and then you have these people on the other side like,
well, it does boil down
see,
to
like the villains on the side go, use it for this.
It boils down to trust, and it's just like, it's hard to know, especially if you're starting out and you're new, you have to build that up, and it's really hard for everyone involved, and this only makes it harder.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow, this sucks.
Oh.
I don't know who to believe. Audience.
I hope they had a good time.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Those meetings were great.
Yeah.
Forget your game. I'm starting my own game.
Right.
With booze and hookers, strippers.
Maybe they paid for some poor girl's college education who was only doing it for the money.
Or not that.
The hookers.
That is very different. Strippers.
Yeah, strippers.
Not
Sorry.
hookers. Strippers. Audience, what do you think of the findings here? Who do you think is wrong? What do you think should happen? Let us know below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.